Well, it's starting to cut through AI music. I guess the question is, how big will it ever get? Will it be something where it'll blend right into regular playlists and you're listening to AI music just like you're listening to any other artist? I don't know. I guess it depends upon how people accept it and how they feel about it. You know, the one thing that I've seen just as we talk about AI and have followed it, it's not coming up with anything new, but it can do a remix and a mishmash of a bunch of other songs that have already been out there. So you're not going to have anything that's going to break new ground in a sense, but it can repurpose music. You'd be like, okay, that's kind of a new song. And there's this band that kind of confused people until they really started looking at some of the artwork of the Velvet Sundown. And they said, wait a minute, that guitar has no pickups on it, which are the little microphones that actually makes an electric guitar and gets the noise of it. That's what those little things are under the strings where you strum. And they're like going, okay, it doesn't have that. They looked at the reel-to-reel and they said that's got the wrong size holes. It's just kind of mishmash, which AI is. You know, if you look at a photo,
it's a little off.
There's something that is a bit off. And so as people were looking at this band, the Velvet Sundown, which was doing pretty well, they started saying, wait a minute, I have a feeling this isn't a real band. And after racking up about 700,000 monthly Spotify listeners in under a month with 2 AI-generated albums, it finally came out that yes, it is a fake AI band that was all a media hoax. That was just a trolling marketing stunt to expose media gullibility and explore the blurred line between real and fake and digital culture.
And I was wondering if they were doing that to prove a point, just to kind of show you, A, that's where the world could go, and B, how is the world going to react to something like that? I mean, personally, I hate it.
Yeah.
I'd say it's not my favorite thing.
Well, they say right now 18% of all music uploaded is AI generated.
18%?
18%. Almost 1 out of 5 songs now uploaded for you to stream is actually AI generated. So it is flooding in. They say that's 20,000 songs a day are created by AI.
Wow.
So
I didn't think it was that much.
It's a lot. Yeah. So, I mean, it's something that is flooding the market right now. Now, what I think is kind of funny about this band, the Velvet Sundown, is one of the songs, in fact, the song that has done the best for them, has the most streams, is called Dust on the Wind. What do you think?
Their next hit, Dude Looks Like a Female.
Right.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you're like, okay, I feel like I've heard this song before. It doesn't necessarily sound like the original song, but here is the Velvet Sundown's AI band, Dust on the Wind.
Dust on the wind, boots on the ground, smoke in the sky, no peace found. Rivers run red, the drums roll slow. Tell me, brother, where do we go? Raise your hand, don't look away. Sing out loud, make them pay. March for peace, not for pride. Let that flag turn with the tide.
Okay, there you go. That is AI music created on the site Suno. The other song that they have that is streaming high, this is their number 2 song. This is called Drift Beyond the Flame.
Amber lights and silver haze. Time slips through these haunted days. Silent prayers in fields of gray. Soldiers' songs just drift away. Drift beyond the flame, past the noise, past the name. In the stars we find our grace. Far from war, far from play.
What do you think about that song?
I don't know. That put me to sleep.
I know. I'm like, snooze fest.
Yeah, I think it's good, though. I mean, I think it sounds pretty decent. I could see myself listening to that. And I don't know if I would care. Do you care if your music's AI generated or not? Would you still listen?
I do care because I'm standing on principle here. And
Okay.
I'm not interested in robots with no feelings giving me songs. I like emotion. I like real. I like lyrics. I like meaning.
And the other thing, too, is I think people get it twisted. You're able to use AI and music if you know what you're doing and not having it sound so generic and if you use it as a tool, it could help out. I think people are going to have a problem with you just put something quickly together that doesn't have that heart and soul to it, and then you find out someone didn't really even write it. Yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of people who have an issue with that, and me being one of them as well. I don't want no robot writing my damn music.
I don't. I want a person to write it. I want it to be a real human feeling experience. Those are the lyrics that touch me the most.
What's the reason why people love certain artists? I'll throw Taylor Swift out there because she's so popular. People love her because she's giving her thoughts, her perspective,
her
on
breakups,
her everything
her
is from
realness.
her world, I guess.
Yes.
That's why I loved Billy Joel growing up, because he was talking about things he went through. I'm like, oh, I love that. I can relate to that. I can't relate to a robot.
Well, the question is, how will it do? 1 out of 5 songs are AI generated now. Now, there are a couple downfalls that I see with doing the AI. One, right now in America, you cannot copyright AI generated music. So if you spend your time creating an AI band, you really can't own that music. It is out there for everybody. That's one big problem.
So how are you going to make money off of it?
Well, I think you can put it up there and stream it, but somebody could easily rip it and steal it.
Gotcha.
So that's one of the downfalls of it. It's not like you own it and some artists would be like, well, I didn't own my music anyway. A big record company did. So ownership is going to be one issue. The other thing is you can't obviously play live unless you do holograms or something like that. And I don't know how that would go over. And you are missing that personal connection. Look at what Taylor Swift has done. Not only with her tour, being on stage, but meeting people, going to football games and visiting hospitals in South Florida. You wouldn't have any of that with an AI band.
Look, the human connection is something I don't think's ever going to die. The spirit of the human, good luck trying to break that.
But
the robots will try.
They'll try.
Yeah.
They'll try, but I think you're going to get people fighting back. Now, is it the younger generation that doesn't care because they're born into it? I always think about, Baby Lachlan. He's so young. Would it matter to him? If that's his world.
It's crazy.
yeah, it is crazy. So it'll be interesting to see. Right now, only 22% of KVJ TV said that they would listen to AI music. But the question is, will you always know if it is AI music? Or will you get to the point where if you hear a song, if you liked either of those songs, you'd be like, that's kind of a chill little song. I like that. Would you not mind throwing that into a playlist?
It'll get to a point where the artist and the AI would have to make some kind of deal. If you wanted to all of a sudden make a song that sounded like Drake now gets a cut of that, and he's got say of how it's going to go.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where I see where it might be going.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they finally do. But look, if you're getting as many streams as the Velvet Sundown did, they had, marketable numbers where you could make money off of it. So some people may say, hey, I don't have the ability, so let me try to create songs using AI and I could still make money.
It's not offensive, and you could totally have it on in the background anywhere. And maybe if it's a streaming situation where establishments and places of business that want to stream music but don't want to pay all the royalty and the copyright money will stream stuff like that on a cheaper level. It's not offensive, and it's just background music. And if it's just background anyway, it doesn't matter.
Keep in mind, this was a stunt. They had intention on doing this.
Right.
They put money behind this product. So, yeah, those numbers may seem impressive, but they had something behind it pushing to get those numbers.
Right. They wanted to be able to say, look what we did.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what winds up happening with AI music, but I have a feeling it's probably here to stay and is only going to grow. We'll just see exactly how big it becomes.